talking about, so when you want to make a consonant to come out for the audience, you need time, right? You need air, we discovered. The last thing you need is resonance, okay? You're doing, your pronunciation is perfect. There's nothing to say. I think you can get more juice out of those consonants by putting a little more resonance behind them. And what that means is that whenever you make a consonant, there's a vowel space behind it. The lift that you have for your vowel, you keep behind the consonants, and it's going to make those consonants pop. And it's going to make it easier for you to get into the next vowel. Okay? I'll tell you an example. I heard you sing, you have a little cry on the word to. You know what the cry comes from? Crying is a tenor thing, right? Okay? Tenor thing, right? So crying, if you wanted to do it, the way it's technically done is that you drop your palate and then you hike it up again really fast. And that's what's happening to you a little bit. And what I would suggest to you is that it doesn't have to drop at all. So whatever lift you have for the air vowel, it stays behind when you make the T, and it's still there when you get into the oo, so there's no interruption. Just say that. That's pretty clean. That's pretty clean. Let's talk about anke. So you got a lift for the ana, right? Whatever lift there is stays behind that end. Try. Did you hear that end, you guys? You hear how that's clearer? And the whole thing is more legato because you just simplify. Let's speak from the beginning. And your mission, should you choose to accept it, is that you just keep the lift behind every consonant. So you say it, and you say a couple of lines, and you're going to check, and let us know if you got them all the way you wanted them. Okay? You try. Good. There you go. Did you feel any that didn't stick, where you didn't have a lift behind them?
No.
Good for you. Good for you. I want to help you with one more thing. Say that first line again. I like that better than the first time I saw you do it. Do you know why? The first time I saw you really kind of pressing your tongue against your teeth for the NT. Chinta. So, there are lots of different ways to do an N, or a T, or any of those tongue on the alveolar ridge consonants. I like to use that part of the tongue. It's not quite the tip. It's the tip of the top, if that makes sense. The tip. It's the top surface in the front. Chinta. Because I find it gives you more resonance and a little bit less, it requires a little less force. Everybody say that. Try that. Say chinta with the top of your tongue on your Say Allah, because it's really useful for L's. See how that works? It's particularly useful for L's, because if you find that your tongue is like this in your mouth, if you really try to do an L with the tip of your tongue, right? See that? What you're doing is blocking all your sound, and you're forcing the back of your tongue down. Allah with the top of the tongue works better. Try that. Allah. See how clear that is? How easy. So say for me, Kerijel se chinta. And you have an L to try, and an N and a T. And they all remain exactly the same way.
Kerijel se chinta.
That's beautiful and effortless.
Mm-hmm.
And keep the lift. I like that very much. Let's see those two lines. Yeah, do you hear the legato's better, it's cleaner, the consonants are less effort and more present. Let's talk a little bit more about those consonants. When you want, in Italian, when you want a word to pop out to the audience, there are two sounds that you can use generally. One is the accented vowel, always good, okay? I'm looking for you. Tu che di gel sei cinta, da tanta fiamma vinta. Okay? So I'm using the accented vowel. Okay? But the other thing you can use, that you can use more, if you have a cluster of consonants right after that accented vowel, you can lengthen that cluster. You can lean on that cluster, and that will make the audience pay attention. And this is a great example. Tu che di gel sei cinta, da tanta fiamma vinta, l'amerai anche tu. You hear that? All those cinta, vinta, fiamma. A cluster of consonants, a double consonant or a cluster of different consonants, right after the accented vowel is a really idiomatic way of making an accent in Italian. It makes the audience pay attention. It's totally Italianate. It costs you just about nothing. Okay? So I would suggest to you that now with those really resonant consonants with lift behind them, you can work those clusters more. So say it one more time from tu che di gel, and you can make the L long. You know why? Because you really have a cluster. Gel say, the L comes against an S. That counts as a cluster right after an accented vowel. So you can make a deal with it. So say it one more time.
Tu che di gel sei cinta.
That's right, really make a deal at the end. Cinta with lift and air.
Tu che di gel sei cinta.
Good, keep going.
Da tanta fiamma vinta.
So you could, I bought vinta, but da tanta fiamma, make a deal with it, try.
Da tanta fiamma vinta.
Pretty good. Tanta, you can make them more good.
Da tanta fiamma vinta.
Good. And you're going to keep a pitch going on the ends, right? You're going to sing through the ends. Da tanta fiamma vinta. Try.
Da tanta fiamma vinta.
That, Gio. That. You guys hear that? That's big house, big stage, expressive Italian. That's kind of what it takes, okay? To really sing through those consonants. Can we sing it like that?
Sorry.
So give it a beginning of the dental T?
I don't know why.
Oh, it's just happening.
Yeah.
It's just happening. Okay, so what you're getting, because you do that, is tu. You're getting a little aspiration. So the deal with T is you can make it just like that N and that L. That part of the time, tu on your alveolar ridge. And the release. Have any of you ever been harassed by a coach about aspirate consonants in Italian? Aspirate K's, aspirate T's, aspirate P's. Do you all want to know the secret? So that doesn't happen anymore? Okay. The secret has to do with the release. Okay. Everybody say Tommy, like an American.
Tommy.
Okay, which way did your tongue go when released? It went forward, or some version of forward. Now, what would happen if you just dropped it? Say, Tommy. Hey, Tommy. Right? Say, Kenny.
Kenny.
So, which way did your tongue go when you released it? It's kind of going forward a little bit. It's not getting away from your palate. What if you just dropped it straight down? Kenny.
Kenny.
That's an Italian Italian K, excuse me. See how that works? It's about getting your tongue away from your palate fast, and that means going straight down. And the last one is P. Say Peter.
Peter.
Say that one more time. Peter. Which way did your lips go when you? They went forward, right? They kind of pooched out a little bit. What if you just dropped your lower lip away? Peter. That's an Italian B. It's not a B, right? It's not a B. It's unvoiced, but it's also not aspirate. And that's what you want. Does that make sense to all you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, say for me, tu.
Tu.
Hey, brava. And see, there's no pressure. Your tongue is on your palate, but it's not. That's all it takes. So, actually, the first phrase is an etude in T, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
So let's try that. And all you're going to do every time is you're going to put your top of your tongue on the alveolar ridge and then drop it. Let's see how it works. If it doesn't work, I'll make something else up. That's okay. And one. I want you to sing those couple of phrases one more time, because we're probably close to time, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I want you to sing those 4 phrases one more time. You're gonna do all that good diction stuff, but now you're gonna do what Mick did. Big, long swooshes of air. Uninterrupted swooshes of air, even when it's soft. So when you start K, because you breathe, right? Ooh, K. When you start the K of K, you're going all the way past the end of the R of G. And then you're going to read. When you sing an aria, what it usually feels like is, especially if it's a canto aria, it's take a breath, long arc, quick retake, long arc, quick retake, long arc. It's always a big long arc. So I want you to sing that same thing with all that great diction stuff and big long arcs. Okay? Do whatever choreography strikes you.
Okay.
Whatever helps, really. Really, for now. I can tell you as a pianist, I can tell you the same thing. You're a lot easier to follow.
Yeah.
So much easier. The more legato you sing, the more we can feel what you want to do. And you have more presence even in the low stuff.